off the light?
Light? Oh, you mean, well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly, in a way. I mean, I am a child of the Dawn Stars, even if firstly I'm a Gaunite.
That's good, I guess. For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. That's all right. Surely, some other time, then. Was it the way I said it? Or maybe I'm in need of a washing.
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi. She means well. I can see that. And she's spirited, and if I was still young and didn't know the things I know, it'd be different. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Not these days. I get why she's like that. And I was there once, long time back. But it's 'cause of that I can't see a way to respect it. I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better. Doesn't seem like she's any different than what she shows. Same thing, really. That's just her trying to find a way to worship Aethys that makes sense to her. I guess that sounds familiar now that you mention it.
Sure.
Burned. Well, that won't do it all. Hello. My apologies. I didn't see you there. I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do. I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies? I had a mishap with my machinery, but all is well now. The details are unimportant. I wish only to return to my studies. In any case, why are you here? It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea. The sensitive kind. My experiments were successful, and the ship eventually reached its destination. The rest is inconsequential. Many things. Currently, an unusual variety of Adra. It seems to exist only here, among the isles and waters of the Deadfire. There's a strange, almost melancholy beauty to the substance. I believe there is more to it than others know. Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way. I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in The White That Wends. I am, of course. If you insist. With the aid of a device of copper and Adra, I have uncoupled my soul from my body, freeing myself of Bareth's wheel. I belong only to myself now. You... do? Perhaps you would be amenable to me traveling with you, on something of a permanent basis? Truly?
Whoa, you sure about that?
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful. I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure. Question, Watcher? Happy to oblige. Yes? How might I assist?
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you? Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft. Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing. Ghilardi, what a relief. You won't regret this. Let me run you through the theory, and we'll get to the test itself. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Keith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment. That is the very least of it, amico. We've only managed short jumps thus far. I'm hoping that your own gifts will make the difference. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance. Ah, well, this is a little like describing a muscle I don't have. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
And there's no risk I'll show up missing limbs or nothing?
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry. We paid the farmers. Ghilardi, very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine. All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
Can't say this is what I imagined hell would look like.
A question, Watcher? Yes, as you wish.
This is why I safeguard the souls in my lantern. Traversing hell ain't always as easy as it ought to be.
Hey there.
What for, Cap? Done and done.
You up there, run!
We have to go. Can't. No, no, please. Help!
I can scarcely believe it.
Ahoy. Aye.
Isn't this something?
Happy to oblige. Another.
I'll teach you!
Moeth, Ixie,
How do you like that?
Taste blood.
Right here. Gotta have something here that's better than that.
Yeah.
Try this. Show 'em how it's done. Not
Never you
exactly
mind
what I was
that
going
miss.
for.
I'll land the next one.
Me too, man.
That dog. Hunt. Moeth. Ixie.
Ahoy.
I don't think so.
All right. Let's reap this whirlwind.
Something else.
Something I can do?
Never you mind that miss.
Hey there.
I'll land the next one. Moeth. Ixie.
That must hurt. I'll teach you a lesson.
Me too.
Yeah?
Ahoy. Now you. Right,
Show
screwed.
it's done.
Yes? Break upon the wheel. Hmm?
Hogwash!
Seems me too.
Yeah?
Hmm? A sure thing.
Right here.
What can I do you
I'll
for?
be more than half
Moeth, Ixie, Oneth.
Yeah?
Where were
Yes?
me too.
Get threshed!
Hey, I need some help.
Yeah.
Moeth, Ixie, Oneth.
Like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
What can I do you for? Lavru, be on seek!
Seems me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah? Sure.
What have we here? A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you? You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust? But I have no need for a vassal. Everything I desire, I do for myself. Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher. Do you fear dissolution after all? How droll. As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul, you belong to Barath. I will spare you that fate, for now. I can pluck you from the mortal plane as easily as Barath, and you will not belong to them forever. Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension. Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died. Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again. Of course you will. You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon. Eothas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity. Perhaps when Barath is through with you, I will find a use for you myself. Rare is the mortal who understands me as you do. And do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
I'll never stray again if you just keep me away from Remergond.
of winter.
Watch and learn.
Watcher, can you hear me? Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic. I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked and you went completely still, breathing but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything? You had some kind of vision, a near-death experience?
What was it like? Are you feeling any heightened aggression?
Let's not harass our very patient friend any further. Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness. Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update, and to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.
Watcher, what a surprise to see you again.
If the rioters in Defiance Bay knew he was here, they'd be on the next boat to Deadfire, with a cargo, a rope, and torches.
I see we've all moved up in the world, haven't we? I assume you're here to raise the tower. No? Smash the machines, then? Relieve yourself all over the diagrams? Well, that's what happens, isn't it? When an ignorant mob burns down your place of employment, you move on. Director Castle was desperate for learned academics, and Neketaka, being so distant from Brackenbury, did much to recommend it. We do fine work here, not as personally fulfilling as my time in the sanitarium, but exciting in its way. The Huana have a much more forward-thinking stance on the sciences, so it's easier to find volunteers. Of which you are the latest, I hear. I look forward to working with you. Always. I realize this means very little to you, but I'm busy.
something I said?
It was on a cold and stormy night. The snow was on the ground. A sailor boy stood on the quay. His ship was outward bound. His sweetheart standing by his side had many a silent tear. And as he pressed her to his heart, he whispered in my own true love, this parting gives me pain. I'll be your own true guiding light when I return again. My thoughts shall be of you, when the storm is riding high. Farewell, my love, remember I'm your faithful. In a gale that ship set sail, he kissed his long goodbye. She watched the craft sail out of sight, till a tear bedimmed her eye, and she prayed to Andra in the deeps to guide them on their way. Those loving parting words that night re-echoed in her ear. Farewell, farewell, my own true love, this parting gives me pain. I'll be your own true guiding light when I return again. My thoughts shall be of you, when the
Show them how it's done!
I'm feeling the strain.
How do you like that? Can you whack him any harder?
Did I do that?
So that's how it's gonna go.
Nightcap.
All thick, worse than raw.
I'll teach you a lesson.
You miss. Boy. What for?
Go there!
Another attack.
Nothing. Gross.
That must have hurt. Very exposing.
Can't take much more. I shall.
Out my wheelhouse, friend.
Happens. I'll teach you a lesson.
Time enough for thinking later, Ella.
Very exposing ballbats. Will be soon. Captain.
So that's how it's gonna go.
A question? Scarcely believe it.
Worse than raw.
Yeah. I won't go down so easily. Right here. I'll make it never happen.
Come on, Ella.
Show 'em how.
A temporary setback.
No one noticed that, right?
Old time.
Lava be on sync.
Stand together.
It's nothing, Crowley.
That's gonna be the score. Guess they don't like my foot yet. What? That's how it's gonna be. Right here. I'll take. Now where were we? I'll be fine, really.
Lavkuni makie.
Lap again my knickers? Perhaps later, lad, when you be looking a little less at dead fish.
Lapili Kiko? Lakaris? Kezila Stahun? She is Iki Hakus? Keket segu kisa reka. Reka, ta? Ta! Kelak tekatu tetateghun. Te ekiwa kekek tetaye te tetaki mashan. Kelash tatya tajlo. Kelash tatya tajlo? Da, Yuki, Ketagi, Lashta-sama.
Farewell.
Go.
Suits me, don't you think?
A ship! I am saved!
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless... By whose standard do you call this settled? Ekosi, this tribe rattles my last nerve. I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminous Adra. I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead. The captain was meant to return. We swim in hostile waters, Hack. Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hot northeast of that pitiful market. I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party. Agrasima, this is hope to my ears. Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have. When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more. Percom Plankanet, music and ale are medicine for the soul. Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us. After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course. But in the early hours, our lookouts Ruano and Anaharu disappeared together. No one from the village approached us all day. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no? Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again. The priestess? She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it. She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her. The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ecosi, but I'm almost out of ale. I must watch the supplies at the trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Ah, Nani.
It is a bad omen to have a priestess so young.
Age is no assurance of wisdom. Remember Anna?
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
Gabela.
Oh, filthy lizards.
An outsider in Tikawara? Who are you, stranger? A captain. If you had sailed downwind of the island, you would have moved on, I say. I tell Ranga Ruano that the stench of Tikawara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it? The words of a skilled hunter. There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal. Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses. I push the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here. Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say. A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head. It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath? Understand they are animals. You must rely on blades, I say, not words. Hunting tales of our ancestors say the brood will scatter when their fish Ranga is killed. No need to chase the children if you cut the head from the mother. The Ranga wanted a trading post. He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money. Always I stand here. This is no job for the Mataru. We hunt, fight, and lead. Someone must. What is there to hunt on this heap of rock and moss? No game, only Lagofath skulking in Hoina Ravine. Even the antelope know there is no fit home. The grasses are thin and the trees are like a child's bones, small and soft. Even to build this, we must hike up the mountain for wood. You will never meet a more welcoming tribe. See, the villagers brawl for the honor of your visit. For what do you linger here? Am I a Kuaru? Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never. Go see the sweaty one.
No sign of my shipmates on Ekosi, but...
The village starves, and you hide Koiki fruit?
I hide
Confess,
nothing,
Tamao,
you bloated
or will you let good food rot?
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain. Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times. For what do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes? Pakeho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Koiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony.
I stole no Koiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
I say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands. We stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind. We would have eaten the last of the Koiki as a tribe. This way, we give our thanks to Kahopa, the eel of life. Now this cannot happen. Our harvest fails because this one puts his empty stomach higher than the gods. Akira, just so. To consume the fruit, seeds, and all. This is how we pray to Kahopa for bounty. Lied and stolen? Akira. When we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt. I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire. I say missing food is not the problem. Tamao betrays the tribe, dishonors the Reparo, denies all of us Kahopa's mercy. And he will surely wash back into our nets as a mudfish in the next life if he does not tell us where the Kawiki fruit is. Pakeho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine. Akira, you would do this? I say, our Raga will dedicate the Feast of the Last Kawiki to your name. Until the Kawiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers. You are free to question him in your custom, I say, and Peheko he tarries often by the beach. Then you must speak with the Raga. His lodge is at the top of the hill, past the trading post. Nairi also knows much, but she is quiet ever since. Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part of town, near the statue of Ngati. Yes. I am a warrior, like most Mataru. Can you not tell? We have little reason to fight on Tikkawara, except when the fishermen drink too much of the dwarf man's liquor. But these are only small fights, not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates, the slave... But what did I say? Ah, Tikkawara does not give in abundance, but there are worse things, Akira. Traitor! Get his door! We'll close around you!
What's over there?
Hmm?